Well, Freddie T, like we talked about, the Kendrick halftime was going to be epic.
Yeah.
We didn't know it would give us so much to talk about afterwards. I mean, the greatest female tennis player of all time, Serena Williams, who is from Compton, comes out during Not Like Us and Sea Walks. My colleague, my friend, my big bro, Stephen A. Smith, says Alexis Ohanian should cut ties with her because if she worried about her exes like that, Freddie T, he got to let her go.
Stephen A., I love you, bro. Like, I understand what you're doing, but that take was completely out of pocket. For me, I don't think someone who's not married, right, should ever really comment on someone who's married and happy, first and foremost. It was a nod to Compton. It was a nod to California. Everything about that halftime show was well thought out. Even hearing Serena talking about how Kendrick's team got in touch with her, said, we love what you did with your crip walk after the Olympics when you won gold, and let's come be a part of that. And Serena goes, I don't think there would be another time that I would actually have an opportunity to be a part of a Super Bowl halftime performance. So it had nothing to do about Drake, obviously, at the end of the day. And when you're talking about someone's ex, I don't ever recall Drake and Serena being in this well-publicized relationship
he used
for
to
the
go
world.
he used to go to the matches now, Freddie T.
I mean, but he goes to the club. He goes other places too. But I don't know if the world ever thought that was gonna be like a thing.
Yeah.
And Drake's, he certified lover boy. You know what I'm saying? So he's kind of been with this person can be his ex, this person being his ex. And that happens in the world of Hollywood and celebrity. So I took Stephen A.'s take with a grain of salt, man. I know he likes to stir up the pot a little bit. Definitely out of pocket, but I thought the performance itself was great.
Yeah.
Seeing that little snippet of Serena doing her thing, I'm like, oh, that was a nice touch. Uncle Sam Jackson, just the whole vibe was amazing. But yeah, Stephen A., you was wrong on this one.
I'm gonna say this. First of all, Stephen A. he's just trolling. Listen, that's the big bro. I understand what he's doing. And he's become some sort of like love doctor or love coach on his show. But the thing I do want to get to that's more serious though is just Alexis Ohanian's support of Serena Williams. Right? Like he knows what the conversations were with her and her family after the London Olympics.
Yeah.
And after she sea walked to represent Serena Williams, representing Compton, where she's from, on the biggest stage, and how she was raked over the coals for that. How she was treated like she wasn't the best tennis player in the world. And then look at it from the whole of the performance, right? Where Kendrick does say the revolution will be televised. And he is pushing back on being too loud, too ghetto, right? Too black almost. And Serena Williams got that throughout her entire career. She's the best tennis player in all the world, but her contemporaries, her peers who truly weren't her peers on the clay were getting more marketing deals, were being marketed more and pushed more in front of her, publicized more in front of her by tennis. And so I think she fit exactly what Kendrick Lamar was trying to promote, was trying to say that America as the establishment has pushed back on who we are as a culture or who we are as a people. And so for her to come out and sea walk, which represents Compton, but also in a tennis skirt. She didn't come out like dressed in Dickies and All-Stars. She had a tennis skirt on. And now in a situation where she's in a Super Bowl show and she'll never get that opportunity again. And let's just say there's a little piece of pettiness in it. Let's just say that. Right? And Too Good, right? From Views, Drake talks about Serena Williams or says that's about Serena Williams. Now you fast forward to her loss with 21 Savage in, I think it's Middle of the Ocean. He talks about them by name, right? He calls Alexis Ohanian a groupie. Yeah. So if there's a slight bit of pettiness to what Kendrick is doing, to what Serena is doing, they just getting a lick back. And I do want to say this. Alexis sat with us, bro, in Vegas, and he said, there are things I didn't understand about what black women go through until I married Serena. And he was talking about the maternity issues and the mortality rates and what she went through in pregnancy. Another thing he can't understand is what happened to her in London, but he can support her. What he can't understand is what life was like in Compton, but he could support her. So to me, he's been the type of husband that understands he married a boss,
Yep.
right? Who understands he's also a boss. So there's no insecurity that needs to be had in a strong marriage with a strong woman. And so Stephen A., it was funny. I get what you was doing, but nah, dog. On this one, I'm gonna have to ride with Serena.
You got to take the L.